Okay, can you tell me about, because I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but the two sides that you were part of kind of cross paths at the Young Buck video shoot, where did Suge show up,
Well,
I'll let you tell the story about it.
okay, it wasn't the video shoot, it was the day before. It's kind of a blur, but that weekend there were multiple events. And no, totally separate events. It was the Vibe Awards, the same Vibe Awards where Dr. Dre
Okay.
had got rushed. What had took place was I had to piss. And we sitting at a table, me and a lot of the G Unit affiliates, we had about 3 or 4 tables in a certain section. And I'm at home in LA, I gotta piss. I remember I go pop up, I just bounce up out my seat to go piss. I remember Tony Ayo, he was trying to be down. Shout out Tony Ayo. That nigga like get up, he walk with me like, yo son, you gotta be careful around here, son. You can't just be moving around, look. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He owned it, but he walked with me though. He didn't just say that. He mobbed with me all the way to the bathroom. So he like called himself holding me down, having my back. But mind you, the bathroom was quite some ways from our tables. And then as we coming back, going to the table, you know, if you ever go to them big events, you can be walking down the hallway and right here is a curtain the whole way where you can be in the event at any moment. So you can either choose to walk on this side of the curtain or you can walk inside the hallway. So we could see from a distance way down there, it was Suge and Neckbone, and they was coming. So we walking this way. This nigga, Tony Ayo, don't know my motherfucking relationship with Suge. So this nigga eyes is giant. We coming. I know he wanted to like dip inside the thing, but I'm steady coming straight towards Suge a fool, because when we got up on my Suge saying, he was like, what up, Spider? Like, yeah, he said, you know I fuck with you though. But I don't know about them other niggas though. And he said that shit, that nigga Tony Ayo just stood there looking like whatever. Then we went and sat at our seats and shit. And right before the shit happened, Suge and Neckbone, when they were standing in a real peculiar position, angle, just looking right in that direction for a long time. And then next thing you know, old boy walked past Dr. Dre kind of like a little bit, if I remember correctly, and then he just doubled back and got the drilling on you. And that shit went crazy.
Okay. Can you tell me about, so when you got with G Unit and you got around 50, you started doing the mixtapes and those started doing well. Um, and you appeared on the soundtrack for his movie. What happened as far as were you working on an album and it didn't come out? Were you not to that step yet where you're working? How did that go as far as
I was working.
you know? Go ahead.
I was working on an album. I had an official process with the A&R of receiving production, tons and tons of production. I had access to getting studio time allotted through the budget. However, I chose to like build my own studio. I basically lived in it. So I was just basically living in the studio, recording, constantly turning in records into the label. There was a certain amount of the budget utilized to purchase some production. One person who actually ate a little bit off of my budget was Top Dog. Shout out to the TDE movement, because at the time, he had a producer in his camp named Coty. And one of the records I sent 50 without a hook, and he threw a hook on that he really liked with he and I. It was called, I think we called it Cali or California. And Coty did the beat. So there was some finances advanced to put a hold on the beat so we could secure it. There was another track that was a T-Pain collab done by Felly Fail that we were attempting to produce, that there was also, we locked down that production as well, but it halted, and it didn't halt in any direct relation to my project. If you just really look at the whole energy over there, production of records halted in general. Now, some things happened where my spot in line got shifted around, feel me, Mobb Deep, Hot Rod. So I can't tell you exactly why those things took place, but it was the shit that happens at labels. And as it was happening, 50 would make it his business to try to advise me not to be concerned about it, because the shift was not gonna stop what we were and it just, everything fizzled out before it was my turn. Whether I was really gonna ever get a turn or not, I don't know. Cuz showed me, he had expressed a whole lot of desires to do a lot of specific things with me in particular. Even on the soundtrack, according to him, this is what Curtis Jackson told me, that he was going to make things change. My record, the third single off the soundtrack, he gave me a whole treatment for the video of how he envisioned me and my homeboys in the hood like shooting dice, and how the record was, things change, they don't care, the same. Now watch me come up, we'll be the same niggas will be in the same exact scene shooting dice, but it'll flash and they'll be in Vegas, big money on the table, same positions. And then like you be riding the hoopty with certain partners, and then it flashed, the same niggas in the same positions, but you in this looks. He had this whole plan, and he just never followed through. Quite a few big plans he had, verbalized specific toward my career that would highlight work that I had already done, like shot the Beautiful World video and got it buzzing. He had a whole campaign that he expressed that he was gonna put behind it to run with. He never followed through.
Did you ever have closure with him as far as those plans not coming through? Like, I guess, is it hard to not take some of that stuff personally because you went through it with Suge, where you thought you were in a situation and then it kind of didn't turn out the way it was supposed to, and then you're kind of, I don't want to say you're back in that situation, but the ultimate goal
That's fair.
wasn't reached.
No, that's fair. And you know, of course, there's some feelings of anything other than elation. Would I say regret or being depressed or distressed behind it? Nah, give a fuck. Like, I threw my life away a million times at the age of 17 and younger. I've been living on borrowed time ever since. The experiences are rich. There's things there to be appreciated and cherished. I do appreciate the experiences. To be honest with you, the highest level of industry was never my aspiration as an artist. I did realize I wanted to utilize my skill to take care of me. And it's obvious, like, if you're great at basketball and you play basketball great, then you're going to get some money and it's going to be big. So I knew that pursuing my artistry would, in turn, if it goes great, would take you all the way up there. But to be honest with you, once again, just in my most ignorant, naive sense, all I really, really was after is to know that strangers would like my music. People that never met me, that have no biasness toward me, no fondness. If I could touch them kind of people, that's all I really was in. And once I realized that, a lot of what I was after was satisfied. I don't give a fuck about no fame. Fortune, of course. Fame, at all, doesn't bother me. I do feel like when I did get the shot to be in that mix, I came with all my genuine self. I didn't play it like a job. I didn't play it like just a play. I came in it full-fledged and utilized the relationships to create bonds that I thought were genuine from the other end as well. And I did learn that I overdid that. You feel me? But ain't no hard feelings, cuz facts over feelings. I ain't got time for none of that. I have 6 children and a grandchild, man. I have no time to be thinking about other than being productive for their betterment. That's the only type of energy that can occupy my being, because everything else is not conducive to our success. Like, I mean, how many times have you stubbed your toe? It hurt when it happened, right? How many times do you sit around thinking about it all the times in the past? You just gotta keep, yeah.